Now I want to talk a little bit in a very high level about some of the capabilities in the system, the capabilities that you would want to see, and the capabilities that we provide. And you can see here some screenshots from our management system. I'm starting with the tunnels, okay, and the overlay tunnels. We're using IPsec over VXLAN. And also here we give you the flexibility. You can put your own encryption. You have options. You're not necessarily tied only to the things that we provide to you. We have an interesting concept of path labels. Path labels are actually logical names that you assign to an underlay network type. And once you do that, you can perform various actions on path labels and do configuration based on these logical path labels. So if we take an example here of creating tunnels, many times when we show the system, when we demonstrate the system or people play around with the system, they come and tell us, well, you know what, creating tunnels with your system in any architecture is extremely simpler than what we are used to in other systems. Because what you do is you just select the devices that you want. You can select a path label or not use the path label concept. But once you select a path label, for example, what it will do is it will just create tunnels between all of these devices that have these path labels. And if you want to create full mesh, you just have a drop-down menu that you can see here, and you can select if it's full mesh or if it's hub and spoke. If it's hub and spoke, you just need to select which device is the hub, and that's it. You click a button. So all you need to do is select the devices you want, select if it's full mesh, hub and spoke. If it's hub and spoke, select the hub, click, and that's it. Very, very easy, and you can do that at very high scale. And if we talk about quality-based routing, so this is an AI-based solution that we have. The concept of it is that the system would always make sure that the applications that you defined as the highest priority applications would always be using or sent over the highest quality connection, the connection that really fits the requirements of that specific application or applications. And it would be able to switch between interfaces and connections based on the quality that we monitor, of course, all the time. Another capability is quality of service. And you can see the configuration here. Basically, applications have different requirements. So if we have real-time applications, they would, of course, be able to get certain chunk of the total bandwidth that is available, and other buckets that are being defined here. And you can define the weight that you give to each one of these. And based on that and the application itself that we identified, the system will be able to automatically make sure that a quality of service policy is being really deployed for your system and gives you good quality for the most important applications. Last but not least, dashboards. You always want to monitor your network and your system, so we have different representations. You can see the network layout, map, as a graphical interface, and of course also to keep the performance of the network from packet loss and other elements that you would want to monitor. To summarize this all, flexiWAN brings you many benefits that make it a much more cost-effective solution to deploy. So it's very easy to use flexiWAN, very easy to onboard new customers to the system. It's simple to configure and to maintain, also at scale. It's a modular design, and it gives you complete control over the cost structure of the hardware and the software. It reduces the operational cost. This means less people, less time, less truck rolls that you need to send to the field, and you pay per use. It's not per bandwidth, you just pay based on the actual number of FlexiEdge instances you had registered in our management system at any given month. And of course, as I said before, it reduces the CapEx because you control which hardware is being brought depending on the requirements that you have from bandwidth perspective, ports, users you have behind them, and any other consideration you would have. You can even bring your own hardware as long as it complies with our system requirements, which are published in our documentation. Thank you very much.